Welcome back, everybody, to The Last Game Chipper. My name is Carl, and today we're going to be talking about Samurai Jack's episode, Man Cursed to the Future. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little recap, and I'm going to have my ranking, sorry, ranking of the categories we're going to be talking about show up here in just a second, and then we're going to just um, follow up with everything at the end. So, recap: Aku, the demon lord or demon wizard, has returned. Unfortunately, Samurai Jack's father failed to kill him, and now Aku has wreaked havoc across the land. Jack was sent across the world to train with masters of various art forms so he can fight Aku, and then he returns as an adult and faces off with the old demon. Unfortunately, just as he was about to lay the final blow, Aku cursed him to the future, saving Aku's life for another day. Coming out of the portal, Jack is thrown into a strange new world, an evil city designed by Aku that's just twisted and all kinds of wrong. Jack is able to survive this falling from the sky and is able to meet up with some of the local guys down in the slums who give him the title of Jack. Jack for them, I guess, is just a pejorative, but Jack decides to adopt it as his name in this new strange era. But that's not the strangest thing he's seen yet. When he goes to get something to drink from one of the pubs, he finds out that now there are aliens in the world, that there are planets outside of the solar system that have life. It completely rocks his world. And as he's trying to process this, one of the aliens takes offense at his staring and challenges him to a fight, which Jack accepts and then defeats the alien, which then all his buddies come in and it turns into this huge, massive brawl. While this is going on, a couple dogs off to the side that are seeking help to save them from Aku are just rejected by one of their last hopes. And then when the fighting starts, they're like, ooh, maybe this guy can help us out. But rightfully so, it's one guy versus 20, so they think he's going to die. Well, when Jack comes out triumphant, they come up to him and, want to offer him a deal. At first, Jack is like, this is a demon dog. But no, it's just some weird scientific mutations that were done to them. And that's what they are actually trying to figure out. Because they are archaeologists digging up their lost paths. Because supposedly they say that they used to walk on all fours, but now they only walk on their hind legs like humans. Jack accepts the request to fight Aku and save them from his tyranny, so that they may continue on with their explorations. But as they leave, a spy for Aku sneaks away and informs him that Jack has returned, in which Aku then sends out his scarab bots out to go hunt down Jack. Jack and the dogs are able to reach their location relatively fine, though Jack still hasn't gotten used to flying around. You don't want to get used to that, buddy. But when Jack gets there, he kind of sees what they've been going through, just working nonstop. Um, anyone who questions Aku, they are strung up and executed, as you see on the crucifixions there. It's just not a great sight right now for the dogmen. So Jack accepts once again to help save them from Aku's tyranny. But just as they do, Aku's scarabs come over the hill to crush him. And that's where we leave episode 2. Now let me get into the characters that we meet. We have Jack, of course, our paramount of good. We come into contact with 3 strange brothers from the slums that give him the title Jack. Nice, chill guys. We discover that there are now aliens in this world, and the lizard men are not the most temperamental creatures ever. We find that Aku has done some strange science or strange magic to dogs for them now to stand on their hind legs, and has enslaved them as well to make matters even worse. Sheesh, Aku. You didn't have enough subjects with humans, you had to go after dogs? Sheesh. What a dog. Sorry. And then we have the female spy that doesn't really have much to say, Aku, and some water aliens that just agree to servitude under Aku so they can live. I mean, they didn't have much of a choice. Aku destroyed their home planet, so now they need to come to Earth and try to live in our oceans. Let me quickly break down the locations and what I thought. I thought the city landscape was great. It really mirrored what an evil city led by Aku would look like. Like the evil pub It looked exactly what a futuristic evil pub would look like. Aku's Court kind of looked the same, had a little bit different with modernization, but otherwise looked the same as it did when we last saw it. The location for the dog's excavation was neat. Nothing all that thrilling about it, but it was cool. So there's that. But yeah, so I said I was going to break down a little more of my categories and the scoring and all that. So I gave the story a 9 because honestly, I don't think they really wasted a single moment in this episode. It was always flowing, always kept your attention, always going. I just feel like some areas could have been cut off just because we kind of got the point and then just kind of hammered you over the head when Jack was trying to adjust. So I thought they could have cut that back a little bit. But as a kid, I probably loved it. But as an adult, I'm like, I don't need that much. But more of a nitpick. All in all, great episode. Characters, I give it a 7.5, just mostly because we get some unique characters. You know what? Yeah, no, I'm keeping it at the 7.5 because none of them really gripped me. Like the dogs were interesting, but they're dogs. The hype men that he ran into on the street, they're okay, but their only necessary part was just to give Jack his name, so we had something to call him. So yeah, character developments or new characters kind of lacking this episode, except for the dog. So, which is why it's at a 7.5. Otherwise, it would be lower. Now for locations, I give it a 9. Well, 8.5, I guess I would say. I love the city. I love the pub. Aku's throne room, could have done something different with that than what it was before. And I felt like the dog's dig site was kind of something kind of generic. So, but all in all, I thought it was a really good episode. Probably give it a B, a solid B. Yeah, I'll give it a solid B. Is what I'll give it. And I can't wait to go and review the next episode. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. And thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good one. Bye.